The sword of a Crusader knight about 900 years ago has recently been found. It was found underwater by an amateur Israeli scuba diver named Shlomi Katzin. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. He was diving off the Camel Coast when he found it. He also found other things as well around it, which, according to the Israeli's Foreign Affairs Ministry, were the remains of pottery and anchors. The sword is considered the most interesting find of all of these. This scuba diver who found it very soon afterwards reported it to the Israeli's Antiquities Authority, who greatly appreciated getting it. They gave him a certificate of good citizenship. Nair de Steffeld from the Israel Antiquities Authority said about the sword, quote, "The sword, which has been preserved in perfect condition, is a beautiful and rare find and evidently belonged to a Crusader knight." End of quote. He also said the sword was encrusted with marine organisms and made of iron. So from what he said, it is likely that because it was encrusted with marine organisms, that was what preserved it so well. These marine organisms covered the sword entirely, protecting it and preserving it. The sword was almost a foot in length. The discovery of the sword and other objects is just one of many archaeological discoveries in that area. For why that is, I am going to quote from the article about this on npr.org. Quote, "The Camel Coast contains natural coves which offered shelter to ancient ships during storms, and larger coves that allowed for the formation of settlements and ancient port cities," explained Kobe Sharvit, the director of the Israel Antiquities Authority Marine Archaeology Unit. End of quote. He also said that these conditions on the Camel Coast have attracted merchant ships down the ages. These ships have left behind many things. As a result of that, many archaeological finds have been made in that area. For information about the sword and the other things found, I will quote again from npr.org here. Quote, "Experts were able to determine that the anchors were used as early as the Late Bronze Age, or 4,000 years ago. Authorities said that the discovery of the sword suggests that the natural cove was also used in the Crusader period between 1095 and 1291. End of quote. It was not at all that surprising that this Crusader sword was found here. The main goal of many of the Crusades was to get control of the Holy Land, which is in modern-day Israel. Many battles during the Crusades were fought in or around Israel, and that is why it is not that surprising the sword was found in that area. Israel's foreign ministry said that the reason this was discovered at the time it was is because waves and shifting undercurrents cleared away what had hidden it before. Shlomi Katzin, the diver who discovered the sword and other objects, said about that, quote, "Even the smallest storm moves the sand and reveals areas on the seabed, meanwhile bearing others." End of quote. So it seems he was diving there at just the right time. The Israel Antiquities Authority said that many regular people like this diver have found important artifacts in that area. They also said that the sword will be cleaned and researched. Then after that, it will be displayed for the public to see. So I hope you found this interesting. Please like and subscribe if you have not already done so. And thank you very much.